Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen Myers, and I want to ask the question today, are the earliest Quranic manuscripts the same as we have today? And here we have the Sanaa on the right here, and it's a palimpsest, meaning that it was erased and then they wrote over it. But you can still see what they erased, and that it's an earlier Quran, and it's not the same as the one we have today. And also I want to look at the 10 readings and see what that is about. The 10 different readings of the Quran. And so let's get started. Um, the Quran, they make many claims about the Quran. And this is mainly the more strict fundamentalists believe that no two Qurans anywhere in the world differ in a single letter, vowel, or dot. The Quran is perfectly preserved from the time of the Prophet Muhammad to now. And they would say, unlike the Bible. And then there's the ultra-Orthodox view where the Quran is uncreated, pre-eternal. It always existed, and is the literal speech of Allah, of God. And this is from a lecture by Dr. Javed Hashmine, and he has a good lectures on this. I can put a link below for that. But the key claims here, there's no differences in any of the Qurans. And we want to look at some of those. And has the Quran been perfectly preserved? And we'll probably deal more with that in part 2 of this about the manuscripts. First, I want to look at the development of the Arabic language. I think I'm going to need my glasses for this one. There's Proto-Semitic, Proto-Arabic, and then there's Old Arabic, Nabatean Arabic, and pre-Islamic Arabic. Now, some claim that God spoke Arabic. Of course, the Hebrews claim, God spoke Hebrew, but the Hebrew language didn't always exist, nor did the Arabic. It has evolved over the centuries from Proto-Semitic, the very first, and you have Proto-Arabic, Hebrew, and then you have the Old Arabic, Nabatean Arabic, and pre-Islamic Arabic. Then it goes to the Quran, the classical Arabic, and then you have the classical literary Arabic, Middle Arabic, modern standard Arabic, and then the modern Arabic dialects today. And we want to look at the earliest ones, especially Quranic classical Arabic, didn't have vowels, and so that makes it hard to read. So the earliest manuscripts don't have vowels. It's just a consonantal text like a Hebrew, but later they added vowel points so you'd make it clearer, as well as the Hebrew did that with the Masoretic text, and to make things clearer. Here's an example in English. You have two letters R and D. That's the continental text, and you can add vowels and get a number of different words. For example, you can get red, the color, rid, get rid of it, rad, a sort of slang term, read or red, road, ride, and then you have road again with different vowel pointing, and rude, And you can get the word Arad or Iridu, all from those two consonantal R and D. And the same thing with Arabic. You have consonants, and you don't know what the vowels are. In the earliest manuscripts, there's no vowel pointing, so we don't know what these words. Some of them it may be difficult to figure out. You have to use the context to try to figure out what it would be. Here we have the Tajweed Quran with 10 readings. And Tajweed is usually put color text to help you pronounce the Arabic right. And it has 10 different readings, 10 different ways you can pronounce the words and get different meanings. And I want to show you that. Here I have the book here. It's a very big book. And if we open it up here, gives you an idea. Here you have the Hafs, which most Muslims follow the Hafs, but around it, I don't know if we can get close enough to see it here. There's different colors and different readings, 10 different readings. Some of the color coding down at the bottom there. So the different variances that we can find in this book is nice and handy to look at all the differences that are in the different Quranic texts. There are a number of different modern printed editions. The most famous one and used by most is the 1924 Cairo edition, Hafs, that is used by most Muslims. But there's the Warsh edition, used widely in Morocco, West Africa. You have the Kalum editions used in Liberia. And then there's scholarly ones. From a textual criticism perspective, these canonical readings preserve a range of early variances that were accepted within the Islamic tradition. So you have all these, at least 10. There was more, but they limited it down to 10 that they accept of these variances. And we want to take a look at a map here. Here we can see gives you a better visual idea of which Quran they use. A lot of the green there is the Hafs, used mostly, and Iran should be green there for some reason. Most of the ones in Iran use the Hafs as well. And then you can see in Western Africa, they use a different one, Liberia, Sudan. So there's not just one perfect one. There's a number of different Qurans with different variant readings, and there are 10 that are accepted by Islam. I'll pick out one here in Quran, Surah 3, 146. Many prophets fought along with them large bands of devoted believers. They never lost heart over that afflicted them in the cause of Allah, nor did they weaken or give in, and Allah loves those who are steadfast. Now, there's a textual note of a variant. Instead of many prophets fought, it's many prophets were killed, together with many devoted followers. And so you have the Hafs with many prophets fought, and you have the Rosh, second edition, saying killed. And it's the vowel pointing. So the Hafs would have Katala versus the Warsh Kutila. So it's just the vowel pointing makes the difference between fought and killed. And so you have these 10 different variances, giving 10 different, some giving 10 different meanings to this, and that you wonder how to figure this all out. You know, which Qur'an is the right one? Here's a book. Which Qur'an do we use? Just like with the Bible, someone's written about which Bible to use. So they are these variances. There isn't one perfect Qur'an for everyone. There are differences. Here we can see the 10 different canonical readings with 2 primary transmitters giving 20 recognized transmissions, and what regions they are used in today. This gives you an idea of the 10 different ones that they can use. So these 10 readings have a number of variances, and early Muslim scholars did not look at the variant readings of the Quran as divine revelation. They attributed the Quran variants to human origins. So the early Muslim scholars thought these were human errors, human corrections, or differences, that there was only, one right reading, and all these other readings, variances, were wrong. They were just human origins that added in or subtracted. This position changed drastically in later periods, especially after the 5th to the 11th century, where the canonical readings started to be treated as divine revelation. E.g., every single variant reading was revealed by God to Muhammad. So this drastic change takes place from variant readings that were wrong due to human origins to these are divine revelations of God, that all 10 of them are right. If we look back at Umar's concerns after the Battle of Umama, he feared that a large part of the Quran may be lost with the death of so many of Hafs or memorizers in the Battle of Umama. So he ordered a collection of the Quran, collected sayings. And then, according to standard of view, Uthman standardized the Quran. That's about 650 AD. Due to the differences in recitation of the Quran, Uthman sent a message to Hafsa: "Send us the manuscripts of the Quran so that we may compile them and make perfect copies." So he gathered all gathered together all these readings so he could make a perfect copy. Then, after compiling a master copy, Uthman ordered that all other manuscripts and variances be burned to prevent further differences. Well, there are still variances and differences today. But I guess he tried to get the perfect copy and get rid of all the other variances, which he saw as were wrong, human origin. So look back at the Quranic claims. No 2 Qurans anywhere in the world differ in a single letter, vowel, or dot. And that is just absolutely wrong. There are many differences. And the 10 variant readings give proof of this. And of course, they say, oh, it's all from God. Even the variances are from God, even though they may be contradictory. Then the Quran is perfectly preserved from the time of the Prophet Muhammad to now, unlike the Bible. Well, you see that it hasn't been perfectly preserved. There are a number of variances, the 10 readings being showing this, but we're going to look at, in part 2, I guess you'd say, of this, at the earliest manuscripts, like the Sanaa Palimpsest and a few other ones, to show that there have been differences in copying the Quran. So it's not perfectly preserved. Here are some resources to the Tajweed Quran with the 10 readings. There's a link there if you want to get that. I'll put it down below, but it's all in Arabic. I don't know if they've made a English one, but it's all in Arabic. Then some other resources, corrections in early Qumran manuscripts by Daniel Brubaker. Let's see here. Here's his book, and he goes through and looks at the corrections that have been made. Then there's Textual Criticism and Qumran Manuscripts by Keith Small, his book. Then we have Early Islam, a critical reconstruction based on contemporary sources. Here's that one. It's a thick one. Then we have the Sanaa Palimpsest, and we'll take a look at this book in detail in the next part 2. Then there is the Topkapi manuscript, and we'll take a look at that next time as well, the differences there. And then, of course, there's my short book on insights to Islam, and you can get that for free, or you can buy a hard copy if you'd like. And I'll put all these down below so you can look at these and search these out if you like. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching, and we'll go on to part 2 next.